Inmates at Mount Eden Prison are being locked in their cells for up to 23 hours a day and denied physical access to visitors.
Corrections insists near round-the-clock lockups are not the norm, but has today revealed the extent of shocking staff shortfalls across our prisons. Nick Trubridge has this exclusive story.
22 hours locked up and no visits at all. This is the reality for inmates at Mount Eden Prison.
They're just being locked up with no hope.
Outside the prison gates, we meet the partner of an inmate who's been on remand here for over 6 months. We're protecting her identity, but she says the conditions faced by those inside, many of whom are yet to face trial, are inhumane.
The people in remand, there's a lot of people who are just waiting. There's a lot of innocent people, and also there's people who have done wrong, but they are now changing their life and they want to do right.
As we talk, a call from the inside.
22 hours is the normal for most prisoners in Mount Eden. That's the normal. And other units where they're understaffed or they're having trouble controlling the unit, they lock them down 23 hours.
And it doesn't end there.
Video visits at the moment. We did have physical visits probably a couple of years ago, but they cut them off.
Corrections last year told us visits would resume early this year. Many locations have, but not at Mount Eden or Spring Hill, south of Auckland. As for the near all-day lockups, Corrections says they aren't routine.
But when operational constraints dictate that, whether that be due to an incident, other issues or staff availability at any given time, that is occurring on occasion.
Staff shortages are critical. Corrections says it's just over 100 prison officers short in Mount Eden. Nationwide, Corrections has 450 custodial officer vacancies, and that can result in lengthy lockdowns at other prisons.
Normally we'd be aiming for an 8-hour day, unlocked from cells. That may differ between units, some may be longer, some may be slightly shorter.
But as Corrections tries to find the staff,
what do you do? Help people.
Those on the inside suffer.
We just need people to know about this stuff because the biggest chance of change is noise. So let's make that.
Those on the outside left to make that noise.
OK, Nick, so what are prisoner advocates saying about these long lockdowns?
Yeah, good evening, Mike. We talked to the Howard League for Penal Reform today, and they effectively say that keeping people behind bars or in lockup for this long is inhumane. And actually, it gets worse than that, because they pointed out that New Zealand, especially when it's locking prisoners up for longer than 22 hours, is actually in breach of United Nation Convention. And that's United Convention that we have actually signed. They've also pointed out that there's an issue with double bunking, specifically if there are two prisoners in together and they don't get on, it can lead to more violence. And ironically, it's those sorts of incidents, violent incidents, that can lead to further lockdowns in other units around the prison. We've received a fair bit of correspondence on this issue over the last few months, Mike, but the Howard League says unfortunately it appears to be an issue where there is little accountability, but we will certainly continue to ask questions about it, Mike.
Nick Trubridge at Mount Eden Prison with that exclusive report. Thanks very much.